Right, it's got to be a quick one because I really am going to be late for work. Right, what did we do this session? Well, we did this, we did the canola, we did all of the straw, and we did the grass, and we got all of the grass off. We stuck it in here. We had a lot of shenanigans with the production, the self-sufficiency Mark II. Yeah, the self-sufficiency Mark 1. It didn't work. It stopped working. It did used to. I don't know what happened, but it's the models have changed somewhat. I'm going to try to steer clear of doing this type of like school drudgery where you like muck around with things. If they work, leave them alone. And there's a lesson to be learned for myself as a modder, like with that. So we've now got we put 57 tons of straw, 95 tons of grass. There is more grass to put in that should be there already. No, sorry, the silage, which we need to put in about 80 odd tons ish. I think I've got it written down. So yeah, obviously the canola's poor because it was not totally unfertilised. I didn't do that because I'd already put it down. I was obviously put our crops back to how they should have been using the developer tools, that was thanks to BDB SSB's tutelage that I did that. So yeah, the silage, the digestate that we bought and put back in. We are doing the biodiesel, aren't we? We've got nearly 3 tons already. That is sticking up a little bit nicely. So yeah, that's destroying the canola and making the diesel, and also taking our digestate to actually make the diesel. So amazing. I've done away with the mineral feeds a bit because it really was getting in the way of everything. So we have a business, a viable business. Well, we also have the I was hoping to leave everybody to their devices and I'd get on with like doing that, but I'm not sure that little trailer's going to cut it if we're going to try to lug masses. There's a beautiful trailer. It's dropped 12.5 grand. I think we'll probably buy that. And it's a shame because I'd like to do my trailer. I might have a go tonight because it's nearly done. It's just the straps that are breaking. It's everything else is fine, but yeah, it's something I've not done quite right with the and I've taken it out because it crashes the game when I bring it in. It's that serious an error that it does not like it. So I have also finished my fertilizer spreader. Yeah, but I haven't got time. It's me waffling on like all the time in the world. Yeah, so that is it really. All we did was the field work. We got the canola in. Obviously we're going to rip that up with the fact. Let's set this going now. Yeah, grab that with the other way. Yeah, we ought to make this bigger as well because this can actually cope. This has got a big plant here. Why are we using the little one still? We've got it right next to the field. There's no excuse. We're just going to quickly set this going, and then next, literally, I would imagine this is going to take this about 2 or 3 minutes if it doesn't get snarled on some. That's the only bad thing. So let's stop going. Yes, let's grab very quickly one of the other tractors. Let's drop that down because otherwise he's going to smash that smithereens all we'll do in real life. He's unfolding. It's a bit of a process. It is that. So yeah, we need to fertilise. Now obviously we've got that beautiful I did try before to not to use what we'd actually got. We've got that beautiful 21 metre slurry sort of spreader. So we've got do we use our own? I think we'll buy it. I do. Yeah, we've also got the recorder, which is now going to be relegated to water duty. So it's not forgotten it. We're not not going to use it, but yeah, it's just have to nudge its wheels a little bit. It's a bit tight, isn't it, really? So yeah, they're going to use that for water, filling this whenever we need it filled. That's got 500,000 litres of water-ish. Well, some of it would have gone down a little, but yeah, it's so that's it. With sugar next time to make ourselves rich, we should be 100 odd grand by the time we finish doing that. So oh, that's right, we did think I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at this one to see what productions we've got. Yeah, the bionic dairy, of course. Yes, that's why we're a bit skint, aren't we, really? So that's going to come in very useful. We do need some more animals. Obviously, Cavalier Roy is very kindly. We have got a bit of a herd. And the productivity is creeping up because obviously they've got plenty of food in now, and the other ones too. We should do a bit of Angus's. I very rarely do this type of thing, so I'm going to enjoy doing this. And we've even got a way to take them to market ourselves, so that is quite amazing. But yeah, that's really it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, I'm starting the cameras a little bit early because we all know that the self-sufficiency should be there. Now, I had trouble with it yesterday, so I remodeled it. But the thing is, I changed it so much that Giants doesn't recognise it as the... I also called it the Mark II. So I've been into the Riverview and I've put the exact path to my thing. Now, I didn't realise this. It's quite clever. Giants have got a unique ID which probably takes into consideration exactly how large your file is and all of the unique bits that make that what it is. Now, so although everything now matches mine in my mod directory where it points to the right Mark II, the Giants doesn't recognize that as a unique ID that it gives to the original one, which of course is actually quite true. Now, I'm not trying to cheat, we all know that, but the game sort of thinks I am, so I'm trying to do something a little bit clever and seeing if it's going to work. So I thought, well, I'd actually put this down. Let's just get rid of the tap as well, because it's going to be right in the wrong place, and we'll put another one down afterwards. Yeah, really, obviously, we're moving this because we've got to, not because we really want to. And I've literally taken... I've got to do this on about 4 Let's Plays, so I'm going to just do it on this one, and then literally, yeah, and if I can do it. Otherwise, what I'll have to do is the other way, which I've got a record of exactly what was in it. We'll just buy the stuff and stick it into the new one that we put in its place. It's a better in a way, because, in fact, it is better in a way. Do we put a shed back down here? And no, we don't need it. We've got enough sheds now. Do we stick, though, do we use this as an opportunity? Because I did actually say this last session about, like, do we stick it up here? Although I've got to be honest, now thinking about it, I did say this. It's actually field-wise is really in one of the best places possible that this could actually go. But could we could actually, there is one thing we could do. That, oh, do you know, that was only with the TPS we had an issue. We had never an issue getting in with anything else. So no, we'll stick it back. We'll honour the original thing. So what we've got to do is stick this. Now, obviously, we've already paid for this, so it's just a game sort of glitch. Yeah, the picture's not quite right. It's yeah, I'm hoping after all this that it does actually work. I suppose we could actually do that. It's not going to hurt, is it? If we just, yeah, just want to make sure that we're, yeah, not touching the back of the. Yeah, I don't mind about the bush, hiding the bush, or going in the bush, or on the bush, but I do mind about the tree. That's about right. Are my icons right? Yeah, oh, not quite. My, yeah, I thought I'd done that right. The grate is the bigger grate for this one. There's a little grate as well that you can whisk in, and I whisked the big one in because this was the bigger, taller silo. I think we can still get to... I don't know, that's probably a better angle. Yeah, it is. It's too near the tree, but we knew that. Fantastic. So, now we've created that again. The game now knows this exists almost in the same place as the other one. So now what I've got to do is whisk in all the bits and bobs. Yeah, that's not bad. Not quite perfect. And they do sit a bit funny, actually. I've got, yeah, so... Right, I've now got to go out of the game, so I shall be right back. And I might even do those little yellow chevrons as well, move them a bit more to the right. Now we know that that's where it is, so see you shortly. Now, I'm going to guess, I've never done this before, that this isn't going to work. And I should tell you for why. I've done something similar on Calmsden when it was still called Calmsden. It was, we moved some stuff again legitimately, like what I was trying to do is shift some stuff from one production silo to another production silo, and it was a new one, and the game came up with the error, expected value nil, so it knew that I had, so let's just see, yeah, it does, it knows, so it doesn't accept what is in there. Let's just see if it still comes up the error. It's let me do it, but it's like, obviously also we need to like give ourselves the cash back, so we'll do that now. So it does look like it's totally ignored my 27,777. Should go right back to where we were. Fantastic, we are. So it's not accepted that. I'm on the right. Oh, have I just done the wrong? Right, I should be right back. Very clever. It really is. Yeah, the game, literally, you can sort of change what you like. And if you go in the placeables, which I'm going to do right now, I know I'm in the game as well. If I go, it's correct. Oh, it hasn't. This time it hasn't. So that's bizarre. So I'm in the game, in save game 7, and I'm in the game, and it's not picked up the fact that this has got nothing in it, and the game's not like blown a gasket. That's a little bit strange. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, I'm going to try something. Yes, be right back. No, very clever. It really is. It self-checks. If you, it allowed me to put it in while the game was active, as in like it was there, but the game never said it was here. It was almost like it's a bit like group policy. Obviously, I'm used to this kind of mechanism, to be honest, because I work in computers, and group policy on Windows is exactly the same. It's a secret police. If you make a change, well, it's altered the height of the thing a little bit. Let me just quickly change. That looks a bit awful. It's like in the air. Yeah, basically it changes things back because it knows that you shouldn't be doing that, really. So it's quite that's weird. So I've got to like very gingerly see if I can just get the. That's not too bad. I've almost done it. Yeah, it's not quite so floaty. Right, okay, so we've got it in. So we've got to go the other way then. We've got to do this the other way rather than this, which is typical. Right, now I believe we were about to start the harvest, and you will notice that all of our fields are exactly back as they should be. Canola, sunflowers, and grass. Yes, BDBSB. Thank you very much. For showing me that trick. The amount of times in FS25 that I wanted to do this very thing, not through any cheating, that like, you know, you'd planted the right fields, the game went wrong, you did the game again, and then you had to do a completely different crop because obviously it came to August. I can't. There might be a way to do it. I think I actually set this on, didn't I? I think I did. Let's just check. I did. I thought so. Right. So we want first though. And go. Now then, have I, yeah, that's true. I'm going to do that again. Let's just check the Nova and make sure I did do the actual settings for the vehicle. It did as well. Excellent. Fantastic. You ignoring me? You are still ignoring me. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? First waypoint. Go. We have a word this time. We do. The young lady with the ginger hair, and I'm not saying that in a nasty way, because my granddaughter has beautiful ginger hair, so I'm not you know, like a person that's anti this, right? So we need to like, we need this though, don't we? We do really. I'm not sure whether I suppose we should be doing the last cut today as well. Now I'm not sure if I actually set the growth stage on this. Oh, I did. Harvest. I did. I remember now actually thinking I told it to be harvestable, as in harvest state. Yeah, it's quite amazing, really. Obviously, we're not cheat. Oh, I thought I'd actually done the painting, but then again I've changed things again. So yeah, so we want to do that. Again, this is all things that we've already paid for, but we should still have. Now, I'm not sure if this will have destroyed. We're still forgetting to press the del key all the time. Macro star. Now, have we still got the fields? 9 and 10 we have. Right, so we are on. I'm now confused. Which field? We are 9. So we're on field 9. 7.6 meter load. I keep wanting to press activate because it was like. Now this should remember the course, like exactly where it was before. Whilst it's doing that, we're gonna like do a bit of painting with the concrete pebbles. We really ought to let it set the. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll do what we know we can do, as in like, yeah, we'll go like that around the base. include the thing in too. Yes, I'm hoping after all this I haven't actually tested the last bit, because I tested before I did the change of the self-sufficiency. God, I don't forget this name. Yeah, it's been quite a stressful bit of time really while I've been doing this, but I'm so pleased. It's such a nice. Okay. Well, he will be blocked by an object if you try to tackle a tree. I'd say that's a fairly. How are you going to make me like destroy some crop? Thank you very much, you absolute awful work, you. Do you know, seriously, the amount of times that it does that, it literally, you've got no option to take over, and then literally, yeah, that's it, game over. So then let's just do heroes. You need to destroy crop. It's going to miss the first headland because you've got to like catch it with that precise big like space. At least it's doing strong as well. Right, fantastic. I'm going to go straight to a time lapse. We've got this. I am still a bit. No, we would. I'm going to stick to what I said. We need to. At some point, we've got the eggs to sell, haven't we? We have waited like with a victory lap for this. Let's get these eggs sold finally. And remember, I have already tested this, so I'm hoping to goodness this actually accept all this. It should do. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. It is interesting. We tested this with this. No, we didn't test it with this this self-sufficiency. We tested it with a new one in a completely different place. So it's also not level anymore, and that is important to all of this. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to sell this. We're going to put it down again. Let's try not to use B mode. Let's have a look. Sell points. Self-marketing. Oh, we've got to use B mode, haven't we? But that's what does it. Is the B modey bits. Yeah, and then of course we don't own the land. I suppose we could now. Oh, of course it's in there. No, it won't be that actually. It will be. It'll be this, the actual hedge. Let's just cut one more bit. And I did sort of do better with this. Obviously, it's difficult to see where you're chopping. But if you like go down quite far until it almost disappears the green, and then chop it, you can then do that. And although you can't, obviously, like, you still got the thing, if you like. Oh, that did not work so well. I did that last time and then hid it. I've got like quite a few hidden in the hedges because it's perfect for hiding things in the hedges. Right, let's try that again, shall we? So I'm going to move this. So it could be like a mob then that's actually doing this. It could even be one of my own that's like doing the eggs malarkey. Oh, okay, still overlaps with another. Oh, this is going to totally scupper us though if we have to use B mode. Okay, it looks like we've got to use B mode for some reason. And that looks as flat as a pancake to me. I can't even see a very slight gap, but I would imagine that would be alright. Oh, no, you can't do that. You need to grab that. So if we've done all this, and actually it's just sort of some type of mod clash, even though there's no mod clash going on, if you like, press the developer mode. Yeah, that's the selling salts. Ooh, yeah, no, if it's snow and road salt, that's true, it doesn't. So yeah, but that could sort of stop it functioning, I suppose. It does look very much like... Okay, well, let's try a test then. We'll give ourselves a cashback. Let's try the map sell point. No, let's try somebody else's. Yeah, sell everything. The dependable thing that it is. Yeah, we're going to need to sell ours, aren't we, first? Yeah, we are. I'll sell you. And then I'll have to make the necessary changes. Obviously, this isn't going to give me my... But this is just to sort of like prove much, isn't that? Yeah, no, it will prove it's like not another mod if we do this, basically. If we do... Never thought I'd be getting... I thought we'd actually be alright this morning. Do you like the way it clears off the stuff underneath the grate now? So if this does then... Oh no, yeah, see, this the... Oh no, that's true. Now if we do a... clear screen... Oh, come on. Oh, you've never done it on this one. It must remember. Okay, we clear that away and then... No, it's alright, we don't really... Yeah, I didn't need to do that. I was just seeing... No... Oh, so now we've got to do that horrible thing whereby you've got to figure out which mod. Isn't that amazing though? Because when I loaded all the mods in, so they were all right with me loading them in. Okay, let's concentrate on the game now. Yeah, again, this is something else. It's just a part of modding that's just so very like this all the time. Yeah, as in like you fix one thing and then something else is like broken. So. You do have to get used to it. Oh, we nearly did it. We did like the, that was the only bit we missed. Not too terrible. Yeah, it's one of those things I need to sort of like fix, but it is true. Whatever's happening is destroying the ability of eggs to sell. Yeah, no, you will pull the pipe out. It should be in the right place-ish. Right, anyway, time-lapse time. I say, yeah, we'll fix this. So it's affecting the ability to sell eggs and perhaps other things as well. Yeah, it's a strange one, though, that. Why eggs would be affected. But it's strange. With nothing placed at all, no placeables of my own. And that's my point. I think I've only got my placeables. It'd be interesting to come into a fresh map and see what happens on that if we put that down and sell eggs again, which proves it's not actually the sell point at all, but something. It could be no. Mod errors are funny things, they really are. Yeah, it's going to be a conundrum until I fix it, and then I'm going to like go, oh right, that's what it did. It is it right? I understand. So then we had quite a bit of. Yeah, we did actually. How much? I'm just going to quickly read whilst talking to yourselves. We had 14,037 level of water digestate, 39 tons, and silage 78 tons. Right, okay, we can do that. That's not too terrible, is it? But yeah, it's not really that awful. So the canola then we did for this very mod. And the water I'm not worried about because we can fill that up in fact, yeah, well, let's make it worth our while and actually do the entire field before we actually worry about said thing. Right, time-lapse time now. Yeah, we will sort that out. Let's get that one gone, and we will put the farmer's kiosk. Mind you, no, it never made no difference at all. We have now got an entrance into our field that we didn't necessarily have, and yeah, I would prefer it there. I actually quite liked it there. So yeah, well, now we know it's nothing to do with that type of thing. We'll crack on. Right, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think we'll just do the clean-up because I really have got to sling my hook in a minute to get to work. Yeah, and I'll give it to you about 1/4 past. That's about the limit I can do it. Don't want to be late. Yeah, it does after all pay the bills. It's true, it does. Yeah, as much as I have a bit of a battle with my boss. He's a person who's on definitely on a spectrum, and I've had that from an expert who definitely knows these type of things. Who's a psychiatric nurse. She said he's on a spectrum, definitely. But he's sort of almost like a perfectionist. He's a little bit like Monk in the program Monk, very OCD, and he wants you to do things his way. Where really, I've got plenty of years' experience. I don't need to do it the way that someone else wants to. But he's got that kind of mind that almost breaks if you don't do it his way. Like, he just can't compute the fact that you're doing things in a different way when he's told you to do it like that. Like, you've got no choice but to follow his sort of thing, when obviously you've had many years of experience in your job and you know exactly how you need to do it. And sometimes your way's better than his, and he doesn't like that, and it's just total battles all the time, with him. And so it's sort of getting to the point. I was having a chat with some colleagues yesterday. It's about when your job becomes not so much fun, when it's a bit of a chore because you've got to face somebody or a situation at work, and it's not nice. When you're in that sort of situation. Yeah, no, I am. So yeah, it is nice. You sort of heavy-hearted going to work. Now, it's not always like that. My colleague is poorly, so that means he's again insistent that I'm staying at head office all the time, because basically he's not like the network manager that trained me, where he actually assists. He's sort of got this idea that his workers do all of the work, and he doesn't actually do any of the work. He just oversees everything. He sees that as a network manager's job, rather than what I and my boss Nick taught me was you get stuck in with the rest of the workers, because I've obviously been a network manager myself. It's a bit of a strange one, knowing how to sort of tackle him, because he's it makes him a bit of a bully, where he wants everything his own way, and obviously he is the boss. He's not really my boss, because when I first started at the job, he made my life a misery, so I HR'd him, and obviously they put him under inspection. But he's sort of indispensable to the big boss, and he sort of almost walks on water in the big boss's eyes. So they are still aware that he's still not right, and many people have complained about the way he speaks to both me and Abby, and he still sort of gets away with it. So we know our place, and I'm an older man now. I was saying this to the ladies I was speaking to yesterday, so it's difficult to get a job, and she agreed with me. Marion agreed that she had seen the difference from when she got her degree to now, when she's a little bit older, how it is true how the workplace dries up, even though you have got an awful lot still to offer. You know that, but other people, I before I got this job, I got knocked back, and it was down to my age. They can't ever say that, and they're never gonna say that, because you'd literally take them to court for it, and they know that. So they said, did they say what their exact words? But it really meant, you're too old, mate. Yeah, they wanted someone with a bit more fire, and I thought, you keep your fire, you're gonna get burnt. But I thought, no, we'll see. I thought, I know what this is about, and it's true. I mean, I've got self-employed things I could do. I was a window cleaner for many years, but I've got to be honest, it's a bit of a tough job, and my health is not. I'm a bit, I'm sort of getting on a bit now, and I've got sort of my body's telling me that, and all these long hours at this place, and all of the stress of this, it does have an impact. I was saying that to the ladies. You can't sort of pretend that it doesn't, because that's how you get ill. I mean, I think it was something at work yesterday. A colleague had a suspected stroke, and he's very young, really. And it sort of sometimes makes you take stock of your own situation. And I thought, it is true, you can't really ignore these situations, because it can have an impact. Well, it does have an impact, and you've got to like look after yourself. Right, let's grab the telehandler. It's weird, they've like nerfed the telehandler. He can hardly pull anything now. It's just almost incapable, down to 4 miles an hour pulling those 6 bales, when really the wheels do most of the work. There's very little effort for anything to pull a trailer like that. So again, Giants have gone a bit mad, but anyhow, it is their game, of course. Yeah, it was a comment. I was obviously briefly saw a Facebook comment, and someone made the comments. Yeah, well, the game has only been out for 3 months, and I thought, what, did you expect then to buy a game that was broken the day that you bought it? You paid a goodly amount, and you expected to get a broken game. I thought, what a silly thing to say. Seriously, it's only been out 3 months. We all know that, and what a 3 months it's been. Well, we can all see the promise in that, but come on. I mean, I know, sort of, it's the times we live in, they do get away with doing it, but it's not right. Really not right. It's all right. I've only got 2 minutes, but let's clear this field. It's typical. It is true. I thought, seriously. So, like every game you buy, you expect it to be like this has been, where it's been a battle and things don't work, and like there's weird glitches going off with the game, and that's I might as well just take it myself, and it's just nearly as quick as it is loading and unloading. Really, now you don't know how happy I am to see these move, because I'm wondering what I'm going to do, really, because I'm in a bit of a quandary, because we've got an awful lot of produce in the 2 production silos, which are going to disappear next time I'm on Oakridge Farm. I'm a bit, I don't know how to handle it. I can obviously see how much we've got, and I can put it in, and it's a bit of a faff, but I suppose, it's I should have done, and I think I've made a mistake with that as well. Yeah, the production silo, the original one, what I did was I moved it out of the way because it was wrong. I put it into my removed mods for testing folder, so I could move it back in, but I think it did something strange because there was already one in there, so it basically amalgamated the 2, which means that when Giants check it, even if I put it back in, it's still not going to recognise it as the original, because it probably does it by file size, like how many objects there are in a folder and all that type of stuff, in which case it's not going to recognise the original, the true self-sufficiency Mark 1, or self-sufficiency as it was called, even if I put it back in. But it wouldn't do that, they wouldn't disappear. And I was sort of thinking back, what did I do? And I realised in my attempt to clean house a long time ago, I was moving bits, because I was moving from a silo model to a production model in the mods, and I did actually remove certain elements, and I thought, well, there you go. It's whatever you removed might not have seemed important at the time. It might, you might not have thought it was a functioning bit of the silo, or it was not needed, but you don't know what is important to a mod, as in like do the warning stripes do more than you think? Are they an important thing, and does it not work without them, all that type of stuff? So I was very careful on this model. I've observed all of the niceties. It's got everything it should have, and obviously put the production side of it in as well. If we were to do, it will be. There's going to be. You really don't know how happy I am to see the bales disappear like that. It was such. I did a lot of work last night on this. I obviously didn't do an episode. I did this instead. So it's a smaller model as well. I like it. I like it a lot. So going forwards, I'm going to perfect this model, and then I might do what I was trying to do a while back. Which, although I like those models actually, if they all work, let's just leave it as it is. If they work, they work. If they don't, there's a few that don't. The production silo, likewise, I've done something with that. That also, you can't get anything out of the pipe. It's almost working, but not quite. So I'm going to need to put the innards of what I've done with this on the innards of that to make that again work properly. I can't get anything out of it. if the... Oh, no, I won't go into the bottom line is that I'll fix it. So there we go. We've done our first field and we've done our last cut of this year. Because it's not... Yeah, if I cut it in... You could cut it November, October, November, but then next year it's absolutely bare. So it starts at stage 0 at the beginning of the year, and I'd just sooner it grow. Like, I'd sooner it grow up to third growth stage and stay. It loses one, and then on April morning you can cut it all on like full growth stage again. So, right, well, that's where I'm going to leave it. So, yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.